Good morning and welcome to Infinity Mobile Application. My name's Phil Williamson, CEO and founder of Intellidocs, and I wanted to demonstrate the Infinity Mobile Application. What we can see here is the Infinity Mobile Application front-end screen. This application will run on any Windows device, either in a browser or on a mobile device, and it will work in an on and offline mode. We log into the application, and through our credentials it will synchronize and update, and you can see here that it's currently synced. What we see here in our screen is a list of in-progress forms or projects, plus any more recent projects that we have access to. As you can see, we can pin those projects and make them stick, or we can drive into more projects and see other forms that are available within the application. The interface is very much Windows 8 and has that sense of a Windows application. What I'm going to do is start a form, run through a form, and then what we'll do is we'll jump into the browser and see where that form exists. So I have a sample form. I'll jump into that form. When I click on it, the application will launch the form. What's really nice about these forms is that the forms have been designed within Intellidocs Infinity using no coding and using a graphical environment. I've designed and built the form, and the form will work in any device, either in a browser or on a mobile device. I don't have to do anything special or different to make this application work. You can see here I have a welcome page with some text. I can then progress my way through the form. In this case, it's going to ask me for some personal information, and I have a variety of different types of question types within the application, such as drop-down list boxes, check boxes, email buttons, date pickers, tabs, anything you'd expect in a normal Windows application. So I'll fill this form in. It's a very simple form. It's going to ask for some information, so Philip Williamson. If I had a touch-enabled device, I could use my finger to move around on this device and use the normal things that you'd expect in a Windows mobile device. I can tick different things. I can move to different areas and move around. So I'll just put my email address in here, because this is going to send me an email, so on and so on. And if I choose different things, it will lead me through different processes. I can choose different countries. So if I choose Australia, nothing particularly happens. If I choose other, it's going to then ask me what country that I want to use. I'll choose USA as an option. I'm going to upload a document. It's going to ask me for some personal ID. What I'm going to look for is my passport. Upload a document, passport. Just my signature. And then I can sign off the form here. So once again, if I was using a touchscreen device, I could use my finger to sign, and obviously my signature might come out a little bit nicer than that. If I complete this project and submit, that will go off and do whatever a normal form will do within Intellidocs. In this case, it's going to generate two documents, a document and a PowerPoint slide deck. They've also automatically been emailed to me. If this had workflow attached to it, then that would initiate a workflow process. If I open up any of these projects, you'll see that this case, it created a document, it's added some content, Dear Philip, and it's got a signature in there, and so on and so on. It's a very simple device. Okay, what I'm going to do now is jump back into that same form, enter a little bit of information. So my name's going to be Barry Jones, and that's enough information. I'm going to save that information, so I'm just going to say this is a demo for Barry. And OK. Now, I can jump out of that form, and what that does is it keeps that form available. I can then jump back into that form at any time. So I can jump in and jump out of forms as I want. If I was offline, that doesn't matter. The system will work both on and offline. I'm just going to sync that. And what that's going to do is it's going to synchronize with the database at the back end. If I jump back into the Infinity normal application and just synchronize this as well, what we'll now see is we have the Barry demo form. I can jump into that same form online here, and I'll see I have exactly the same information. So regardless of whether I'm working in the app or in the browser, I can complete and work with that application. Now that's a very simple form that I've shown you. We can have far more complicated forms. So here's a rental application form. If I jump into this, you'll see that it's asking for a lot more information. As I drive through this, it's going to ask for other information that I can see here. Employment information, previous landlords, references. So if I have a list of references, so I want Phil as a reference, I want another reference on there, I can keep adding more and more references to the system. So, you know, I have a lot of richness in the forms. I can also navigate around my form simply by clicking up here, so I can jump to whatever screen I want, or I can jump to the end. In this case, I'm going to include my passport, include residency, and I'm going to sign it as well. And then I can then complete that particular form. So as you've seen here, it's quite a simple example, but the Windows mobile app is a very, very rich, sophisticated application that will work on and offline. Will work in a browser, will work on a device, or work on a Windows mobile device. You do need to do nothing different to design and build your forms. You can design and build the forms for the Windows version or for the mobile version. The kind of application and richness you'd expect works on both applications. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you found that useful.